Fall in, recruits! It's time for another episode of Flicks and Figs on TAKTAK Toys, so let's get into it. 10 hutts! So welcome back to TAKTAK Toys, and let's talk about the latest action figure news. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Here's a look at the Cobra Stinger from Yojo June, of course. A great looking vehicle. We had the Vamp first, and this video is not for kids. And talking of vehicles, we've got Ramen Toys first setting us off with the, I believe it's called Amphisbaenia tank or something like that. Here's two Cobra Troopers, some classic Cobra Troopers in there. Now we're getting some updated Cobra Troopers in the retro cards from GI Joe Classified. Here's some more tanks. These will all be on show at Joe Fest over in the States at the end of June. So Ramen Toys certainly are bringing a lot of sort of 1/12 scale vehicle goodness, really. It's just all about whether you'll have the shelf space to display this kind of stuff. So this is going to be great for your GI Joe Classified, for your Valaverse Action Force, for your Operation Monster Force, all that kind of good stuff. For your Fist, from Invincible Toys, all that kind of good stuff. You'll be able to use these vehicles with that. So let me know if you've seen any of these Ramen Toys vehicles, sort of anywhere. If you have, what vehicles you'll be picking up, or if you've got the Vamp or the Hiss tank or anything like that, or if you're excited for the Cobra Stinger. Let me know any of that in the comments below. Sort of other vehicles we're getting, obviously, in this kind of scale, or just slightly bigger, maybe in 7-inch scale, obviously from McFarlane Toys. A lot of Batmobiles. I mean, there's that camo Batmobile from the Dark Knight Returns kind of trilogy. That would be quite good to put with some kind of GI Joe Classified soldiers. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And I mentioned the Cobra Stinger, didn't I, at the start of this video? And as part of Yojo June, of course, we saw the Cobra Stinger looking really good. This is probably scheduled, well, it is scheduled to go up on for pre-order on 18th of June. And sort of moving over to Fresh Monkey Fiction, we've got the Order of the Crimson Moon. Now this is the Order of the Crimson Moon, and he's got a hood. And talking of hoods, here we've got a look at Cobra Commander. Now this is obviously not the hooded version, this is the sort of helmeted version with the vac metal. This is the sort of retro Cobra Trooper, and finally Stalker from the retro cards. So got these guys to look forward to. So as I say, Cobra Commander's got a vac metal helmet, and that should be exciting. I think this looks like a really good classic Cobra Commander. Now obviously the colours will vary a bit different from your sort of existing Cobra troops, but for me that doesn't bother me personally, I should say. Apologies, but let me know in the comments below if it does bother you, if you're maybe going to be replacing the retro Cobra Troopers, replacing your old ones with the retro Cobra Troopers. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But yeah, another great sort of round of retro card GI Joe Classified figures. And of course for 2025, we're getting a look here at Saw Viper, which could be using Tripwire's sort of you know, body armor. And there we had a look at Dial Tone, and of course this is Atlas from Wave 5 Valaverse. Now we've got to look at the Valaverse Action Force packaging. So there we go, nice blue on that, really nice blue look. So this is going up for pre-order. I think it's actually up for pre-order at the time of this video. And moving over to Operation Monster Force, of course, we've got to look at the Forgotten King here. This is the main villain of Operation Monster Force. So a few sort of promo shots. Now I believe these will be be in stock, I believe, in July on Big Bad Toy Store, so something to keep an eye out for. These look like they'll be good. So we've kind of got quite a few different military 1/12 scale lines now. Obviously we've got the GI Joe Classified, Valaverse Action Force for your kind of more modern realistic stuff. This is quite good for fantasy military things like monster based, mix of monster and military. This is obviously Declan Van Helsing, the main hero. This is a look at the packaging from Operation Monster Force. So there you go, that's what he'll look like in the packaging. Looks pretty damn good, I've got to say. And up next we've got, I think, the Forgotten King. So yep, let's have a look at him. So this is the main bad guy. He's kind of like a wizard from the Egyptian times. Again, a very cool looking sort of figure. So let me know if you're picking up Wave 1. The waves after this get a bit more modern. They should be coming out in 2025, sort of more modern waves, I believe. We might get Wave 2 in 2024, but we'll see. This is kind of your vampire soldier, again, being a good guy. So the lore is that essentially the army, or the good guys, created a sort of unit of vampires and monsters to tackle the Forgotten King, whose sort of powers were defeating ordinary forces. This is Dracula, of course, who teams up with Declan Van Helsing, and then this is one of the Forgotten King's troops, I believe. So yeah, so that's Wave 1 in a nutshell. And yeah, like I say, welcome back to TAKTAK Toys, your home of action figure content. So without further ado, let's get into a little bit more of it, shall we? Yeah, why not? And you can of course check out my GI Joe Classified Yojo June video on the channel. Feel free to check that out with all the sort of reveals at the time. It was a leaked video at the time it was released. But going back to Operation Monster Force, yes, here's a look at Declan Van Helsing and his packaging. I must say the packaging does look really nice. I think it looks really sort of good packaging. Again, it's nice to have a third sort of military 1/12 scale line to complement obviously GI Joe Classified and Valaverse Action Force. We're going to have quite a few sort of these kind of figures coming from Fresh Monkey Fiction, sorry, and Big Bad Toy Store Workshop. Obviously we've got like Order of the Crimson Moon. That looks quite good. Again, that's going to be released in 2025. We've got fist figures from Invincible Toys for kind of fantasy military. Again, more in kind of like Warhammer scale with orcs and sort of that kind of thing. But yeah, again, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Feel free to comment and subscribe. Moving over from military to Street Fighter, we got a look here at Deluxe Violent Ken and Chun Li. So credit to Find My Figures and Laserpants for these sort of yeah, they look at these kind of, there's the Laserpants' sort of logo on Ken's thigh. A look at these kind of figures in package. So don't know when we're going to get these. I mean, with these being well, they could be SDCC exclusives, to be fair, maybe. And keeping it with Street Fighter, we've got a look here at the Kaiodo style Chun Li. Credit to Patrick Chow 1986, who I believe may have made this figure, or maybe involved in this figure. But it's a kind of Kaiodo Revoltech type figure. Again, looks very good. So I guess it's based on Street Fighter 6. Did I mention that? I probably did, but if not, I believe it's based on Street Fighter 5 or 6 or something like that. A very good looking figure. We are meant to be getting Street Fighter Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech figures, as far as I'm aware, from Street Fighter 6, I think. So maybe this is an early production sample of that, or maybe it's someone's own creation. I'm not totally sure. All I do know is it looks very good. I mean, Amazing Yamaguchi Street Fighter figures would be very good. They'd be very poseable. So that would certainly be, you know, this could certainly be an idea of the kind of thing we get. Yeah, I mean, you know, we're getting spoilt with Street Fighter figures at the minute, aren't we? We've got obviously Storm Collectibles started it off as a while back. Jada Toys give you a kind of, you know, 1/12 scale domestic ones, but that are kind of top end quality at a really good price point. And then you've got SH Figure Arts coming in, and actually, so yeah, SH Figures and Amazing Yamaguchi. So in fact, yeah, a few different lines. It's obviously next to an Amazing Yamaguchi Iron Spider. So there you go. And keeping it in the realm of like Amazing Yamaguchi here, we've got My Hero Academia. This is Miro, or Mirko, I think. Mirko, she's up for pre-order. So yeah, if you like My Hero Academia and anime of that kind of style, then yeah, you could sort of pick this up. Very expressive face expressions there, which look really good, really fun. So yeah, this is another one to add to your collection. I'm sure they've got, I can't remember the name of the main character. I think, is it, I don't know, I'm not even going to attempt it. It's that big guy with the blonde hair, kind of with the streaks. But yeah, and there's a guy with sort of, grenades on his arms. I can tell you, I know a lot about My Hero Academia, obviously, but this looks like a fun release. Lots of different fun face sculpts. So let me know in the comments below if you collect My Hero Academia, if you went for the McFarlane toys, or if you've gone for Amazing Yamaguchi here. And sticking with the Heroes theme, we're going to look here at Neca, the convention exclusive, so essentially SDCC exclusive for 2024. It's the Wood Beast Challenge Flash. Now I remember this from the 1980s movie of Flash, where he goes up against that prince, who's essentially Timothy Dalton. Can't remember exactly the name of the character, but they kind of have that challenge where they have to put their arms into kind of lot holes, and a beast can strike them. Yeah, so it's a fun movie. It's got Brian Blessed in it, so this is obviously the movie version of that, but it's kind of a deluxe figure. Have you been collecting Flash Gordon figures from NECA? Have you got the animated ones or the movie ones? And are you a big fan of the film? I mean, obviously it's quite a dated film now. It's kind of a bit, probably got a lot of cult following. It's sort of, you know, a bit wacky and zany, but it's fun. It's fun. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. If this might be one you might want to pick up. If you're excited for SDCC, again, keeping it with heroes, we're getting a look at the McFarlane Batman Forever Batman. And this does look really good, I must say. The head sculpt on this looks excellent. McFarlane certainly is improving these movie figures. They're getting better and better each time we see a release, and this is some great promo shots. Really, really good looking figure. I mean, unfortunately, it's a little bit out of scale for me personally, but yeah, really good looking figure. And keeping it with the Batman theme, we've got here, look here at the Extreme Toys Joker. Now, apparently the other figures in the line, apparently I've heard that it may not be that good. There's a Batman and a Red Hood. They either are out or they're coming out. I'm not sure. This is obviously the Joker. I think this looks good. It reminds me of Arkham Knight Joker, which I think it's based on, right? I'm assuming it must be based on the Arkham Knight Joker. I could be wrong, but yeah, I think it looks all right. I think it looks good. Again, if you want some cloth goods DC figures, you know, this is probably the way to go. We have had these kind of things from Mezco 112 before in the past, you know, DC figures, but we haven't had this kind of thing, like an Arkham Knight style Joker. So this is quite good to see. And yeah, I mean, we're going to be getting an Arkham Knight style Batman and Red Hood, I believe, as well. So I know DC directed figures like this way back in the day. I think it was probably like 2010, around that kind of time, 2011, 12, that kind of time. DC directed these kind of figures. I mean, I could be off, but that's sort of around the time they did it. Anyway, let's look at the Extreme Toys Batman, essentially, which looks interesting, I suppose. And then the Red Hood here, or is it Red Hood? It's the Arkham Knight, actually, isn't it? Yeah. Forget mine. Need to look at my notes more. Arkham Knight, and then moving over to Star Wars, we get a look here at the Hasbro Black Series Shrieking Hawk Trainer 2-pack, I believe it's called. Yeah. So again, more Mandalorians for your shelf. If you're sort of collecting Mandalorians, you could build out a nice collection now. Mandalorians on the shelf. This is quite a fun-looking character. I haven't actually. There's quite a few things I haven't watched. I need to watch Bad Batch Series 3 and the Acolyte. I keep wanting to call it Akai a lot, but Acolyte. So I'm not actually sure what those figures are from. But again, moving into a space theme, I guess, from Star Wars. We mentioned SDCC and Neca earlier. This is a look at the Neca Prey camo reveal. So again, Prey was an excellent film. This looks like quite a good sort of Predator from that reveal. Neca don't seem to be giving us too much in the way of Predators these days. They're obviously Ninja Turtles or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles seem to be their main kind of line that they are doing really well with. So yeah, I mean, this looks like a fun kind of release. If you want Neca Predator sort of disguised, then here you go. We could really do with a few other characters from the film, like some of the human characters, the Native American characters would be quite good, particularly the sort of female lead would be quite good in action figure form. But yeah, Neca have given us a few sort of human Predator characters, I should say, but not many. So they like to focus more on the Predators. So this is obviously the Predator from Prey. Again, maybe not an essential purchase, which is probably what's good with convention exclusives, one you can pick up if you'd like to. And again, let me know any of your thoughts in the comments below. Moving from that, we go to V-Toys 1/12 scale Bloodborne. It's an interesting cloth goods figure. And then the Roman Key X-Cal Alagar, the first receiver, which sounds like some kind of position in American football. But here we go, credit to 5K Toys. So there we go. Preternia.com as well, credit to them, and Mephitsu.co.uk, credit to all those kind of on Instagram and those websites. I must say, you know, for all the sort of information, and of course 5K Toys and Find My Figures and Laserpants, credit to everyone. Yeah, that I've sort of managed to get information from. But yeah, there we go. And then moving from that, we look at the Fancy Realm 1/12 scale Lee Zenzi Thunder Shaking Child Standard or Deluxe version of 5K Toys. Apologies if I butchered the name there, but again, another sort of should we say, like mythological, godlike sort of creature from the East. Very interesting looking figure, and again, we're getting a lot of these kind of things in 1/12 scale now, which is quite fun. This does look quite fun. Beautiful sort of colours on it, so it'll be interesting to see when this is released. I mean, 5K Toys certainly is the place to go to get these kind of figures. Of course, you can go VC Toy Box as well, but 5K Toys do seem to get a lot more of these kind of figures in. So let me know if you're collecting this kind of stuff, if you sort of would be interested in it, what your thoughts are in general. Really, it does come with a lot of different pieces. I must say, with these third-party figures, they're very intricately detailed, aren't they? They've got a lot of kind of a lot going on for them. They're very visually sort of striking and appealing. They really do have a lot going on for them, so that's exciting to see. So that's it here. As you can see, this is the standard version, which I get obviously going to come with less, and then you've got the deluxe version, which is obviously going to come with more. So yeah, can be a nice addition to the shelf. There's some really good third-party figures out there, and sort of keeping it, I guess, in the realm of fantasy, mythology, that kind of thing. We've got a look here at the Spin Masters, God of War from Ragnarok. Again, I really like they do the boxes like a PlayStation box. I think that's a really clever touch. The action figure box looks like PlayStation packaging. Very, very clever, I think. And Spin Masters are really, you know, impressing me as far as I'm concerned with these 1/12 scale figures. Obviously, they've been doing 6-inch Batman figures, with McFarlane having the 7-inch license. They were doing sort of more toy kid-based ones. But these are proper action figures, you know, action figures proper as collectibles, really. They look really good, and this God of War Kratos, isn't it? God of War Kratos looks really, really good, and I must say I'm quite impressed. So there'll be more to come. They're doing some of the Last of Us figures, Ghost of Tsushima, things like that. These look really, really good. And again, sticking with Horizon Forbidden West, I think, from Spin Master. We've got Val, is it? I think a character named Val. Credit to Preternia.com for this one. So again, I mean, very, very good looking figures. Not kind of my sort of thing so much at the minute, but if they do release sort of maybe games that have more military style, I mean, I don't know what's happening with the Call of Duty license. That was with Jazzwares, but I mean, if Spin Master got the Call of Duty license or something like that, they certainly look very good on you know, in this style. And just moving over to Marvel Legends here, you can of course go and check out my MCM London Marvel in May Marvel Legends sort of coverage. This is the Iron Man wave, retro wave. This is on the show at MCM London in May, so do feel free to check out the video on my channel if you want. I'll put a link to that video in the comments below. Yeah, and talking to Marvel Legends, for all the latest Marvel Legends news, reviews and live streams, you can check out Dan Who Reviews. Feel free to check out Legends and Liquor, Turtles and Tea with Dan and Tanner, and of course Joe's and Juice with Dan, our host, Tom Mini Plastic Multiverse, and myself, talking all the latest GI Joe reveals. There was one done on Yojo June, so feel free to check that out. And of course, for action figure reviews in the UK and all sorts of Lego craziness, you can check out Jay's Toy Collection UK. Feel free to check out Justin, Justin Collects, and he does lots of action figure reviews on his channel. You can check out Miguel and the Wolfpack Toy Review for sort of action figure toy hunts in the California area. Feel free to check out Robo Don't Know, his weekly sort of news. He does a much more professional job than me, so feel free to check him out. You can of course check out Austin, the Hero Collectors, and feel free to check out Trevor, the 1/6 shooter, for all things Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions and more. And for action figure reviews in Ireland, you can of course check out Brian's action figure reviews. Feel free to check out Elson Official Music for pop music covers and music of his own design. And feel free to check out Photo Dave and Toy Picks, so yeah, you can check him out if you want to. And of course, what other YouTube channels can we check? Let's see, you can check out Why So Serious Toys. Again, I'll put links to all these YouTube channels in the comments below. If they're not in the comments below, feel free to check out some of my previous videos where they'll be in there. Feel free to check out Cypher Sigma for action figure pickups and film reviews. And of course, you can check out Big Will, Pictures and Plastic. So feel free to check him out. And you can check out AC Toy Design for action figure sort of YouTube content, and then you can check out his Patreon as well. You can check out Happy Pursuits for lots of really high energy sort of action figure reviews from the States. He does some really good stuff. You can check out Dante and the Infinity Equation, and feel free to check out Film and TV Review for all the latest film and TV reviews. Yep, and of course you can check out the 3POA podcast for action figure chat and pop culture discussion. So don't feel like you're hanging about in this video. You know, if you're hanging about for your latest action figure purchases or pre-orders, you can, of course, there's places you can go, and one of those is Blue Owl Collectibles. You can check out my affiliate link in the comments below for Blue Owl Collectibles. Feel free to check out Kapow Toys. So again, you can feel free to check them out if you want to. You can, of course, check out Comics and Cocktails. Again, I'll put links to all these UK independent retailers in the comments below. You can, of course, check out Star Action Figures. And we've got a few international ones, which I'll mention later. You can check out all the cool stuff, so feel free to check them out. And you can, of course, check out Gobsmack Comics. And feel free to check out Props and Replicas, of course. Curtis at Props and Replicas. And why not check out In Demand Toys? And so all great places to check out. And of course, the whole shebang, you can check them out too. Where else can we check out? Let's have a little look. Oh yeah, of course, we were talking international earlier, weren't we? So for all things Action Force related, you can check out Valaverse.com, and of course Legends of the White Dragon as well. Feel free to check them out. Invincible Toys as well on Big Bad Toy Store. And of course, you can check out Emporium McCall for all your high-end kind of action figure goods. So that's my episode of Flicks and Figs 23. Thank you very much for watching. I know there's lots of different stuff you could be watching on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And of course, until next time, I'll see you on the next one.